Hey friends, my name's Connor and I'm a final year medical student studying at King's College London. If you're just starting out doing your research about the UCAT exam, check out this video here where I break down what the UCAT exam is and who needs to sit it. In 2021, there's going to be about 30,000 students sitting the UCAT this summer, and the strategies I'm going to talk about in this video are what allowed me to score better than 99% of the other students who sat it in my year. Honestly, it all came down to these four things. The UCAT exam has got 5 main sections: verbal reasoning, abstract reasoning, quantitative reasoning, decision making, and the situational judgment test. Each of those is unique from the others. Each of them tests a different part of your ability as a candidate, and each one needs to be approached differently. The thing that most people find really difficult about the UCAT is just how many different types of questions there are that they can ask you. The most important thing that you need to be doing in your preparation in the 6 or more weeks you have running up to your exam is exposing yourself to every single type of question and really understanding what that question is asking of you. Because once you understand that, then answering it is a piece of cake. I'm not going to go into the approach for each of the different question styles in this video. I'm going to make videos on each of the different sections, and they'll be linked at the end of this video. The second thing that you need to focus on when you're preparing for the UCAT exam is volume. Honestly, volume is everything. The UCAT consortium, which is like the governing body of the UCAT, would have you believe that you're not able to prepare or to revise for the UCAT exam. But I just don't think that's true. Every year, the people who do the best in the UCAT exam are the people who've done the most practice questions. Now, there are loads of practice questions available for free. There are 3 or 4 mock tests available on the UCAT website. There is Past Medicine, where you can get 6 months of free access to all of their UCAT questions. And there are paid ones as well, which are relatively cheap. A really cheap way of getting a big volume of practice questions in as well is going online to, say, Amazon or to eBay and buying a second-hand UCAT practice book. So apart from understanding the different question types and really knowing how you're going to approach each of those different questions, practicing as many questions as you can get your hand on, the third thing that you need to focus on is timing. Now, timing is super important for the UCAT exam. You only have 2 hours to answer all of these questions on the 5 different sections. So the actual amount of time per question is relatively small compared to other exams you might sit. But in your preparation, the timing needs to come later. You're only really able to have really good timing in the UCAT exam because you understand the questions and because you've done so many practice questions. The timing comes in maybe the second half or the last third of your preparation time. That's when you want to be doing everything under exam conditions, you want to be timing yourself, and you want to be working towards getting faster. Now, areas where lots of people struggle with timing particularly is quantitative reasoning, which is the maths section. A little bonus tip here is it's really good to practice your mental arithmetic. If you can do as much of the calculations and adding and subtracting in your head rather than having to use a calculator, you're going to save a lot of time. The fourth thing I would say about preparing for the UCAT exam is you need to realize early on where you're weakest and focus your preparation on those parts. Now, that's not to say that you should only prepare for one section. It's 5 sections, and you do need to do practice questions on all 5 sections, even if you're already really good at one of them. But by focusing on the areas that you're weakest, you can hugely improve your score. I remember that on the first ever UCAT mock that I sat at home, I only managed to score 450 on the abstract reasoning. Through weeks and weeks of practicing, I was then averaging above 660 on my practice questions for the abstract reasoning section, and in the actual exam on the day, I managed to score 900. And that's purely by realizing that that was my weakest section and practicing. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to make so much free content for you about the UCAT exam. You're never going to need to pay for any of these courses again. If you're practicing for the UCAT exam this summer, check out the videos on screen now for the breakdown of each of the sections of the UCAT exam, how to prepare for them, what type of questions there are, and any tips and tricks I might have.